Reen! Yo, Gaia. Sweet fucking hammer, dude. Yeah. You were there. I heard you. What happened to Shiva? Is she still in control? No, she's gone. But Gaia... What? That hammer. It matches your dress. Matches your dress. Yo, girl, that hammer on fleek, though. Sheesh. I see you back to your normal idiotic self. Oh, I'm sleepy. What happened? Look, isn't it pretty? Maybe we could take it with us. Ice tends to melt, you know. Not this sort. Well, if you say so. Anyway, it might even make a nice necklace. That's a brilliant idea. Will that not rush to her aid? Perhaps I'm getting slow in my old age, but it would seem Gaia's beaten me to it. You think she would be the one to break the ice? Ahem. May have gotten off to a rocky start, but I think they'll make quite the pair. And a hint of melancholy I detect in thy voice. Something akin to a pining mother bird whose chicks have flown the nest. Doggone favorite time! Favorite time. So Final Fantasy VIII song? Ooh. Har break the ice. I mean, hey, Thancred always gotta get his pun in, you know? Father Bird, if you don't mind, but I was entirely wrong. Still, when the day finally comes to say goodbye, it heartens me to know she won't be alone. After that, we can go with the second serving for coffee biscuits. She wants those biscuits! Girl wants those goddamn biscuits! Tsundere Gaia? Yeah, Gaia is like the picture-perfect tsundere. Fine. You win, and if there's anything less than perfection itself, I'll never let you live it down. If they're not to your liking, there'll be plenty of other things to try. I suppose we both deserve a little treat after all that hard work. We certainly do. There we were, laughing as if we had not a care in the world. Fleeting though it was, in this moment I was content. My life was never meant to be so simple. Yo! It's life. That was quick. You feel like it would be like, you know, a couple blades of grass here and there, not full-on bushes growing? How long were we in there? I do miss our sour gummy worm crystal, I will say. Made 14 mil that way? Oh my god. Is grass go touch it? Do you want to see me break out in allergies? How dare you? I must say, Reem, it's refreshing to see you take a more measured approach for a change. Well, If my experience here has taught me anything, it's that I shouldn't rush into things unprepared, and I've also learned that there are some problems that can be solved alone. Is that so? Since you freed me from Yulmore, I've met all sorts of kind people who've gone out of their way to help me. I thought I should do everything in my power to repay their kindness and make the world a better place. But now more than ever, I realize there's a limit to what I can achieve myself. Even though I was able to summon Shiva, I couldn't control such vast amounts of aether. If Gaia hadn't been there for me, I may never have returned to normal. I could say the same about you. I was trapped in a nightmare, but you freed me. It seems we're more alike than I thought. We might not be able to do everything by ourselves, but if we look out for each other, we can face our problems together. I really have started giving Green, like, Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora voice. That is, if you don't mind. No, it's fine, really. If things don't work out, we can always go our separate ways. But, on the other hand, if I can resist the urge to punch you whenever you annoy me, which I must say is quite often, I have no objections to staying around. That's so mean. Don't go try to take Taleil's gil, i.e. giving him all your gil. I mean, I gave all my gil to Shine, so I barely have any left. You mean it? Oh, thank you, Gaia. Weird. One day we'll break if you're clicking, but it's not a huge deal. You'll never break me, Falcon. Good news, or at least it has the potential to be good news. I've received word from Master Urianger. Unfortunately, the message was rather thin on details. He only requested that you return to the Crystarium and meet him at the Wandering Stairs. Not the most likely places for important meetings, but I suppose you might be able to squeeze in a pint or two while you're there. I wouldn't mind a pint or two. Oh, what's his name? It starts with an A. Oh, it's Alice's little pig guy and Shiba. Oh my god. That's a little terrifying. Pray, accept mine apologies for calling thee hither on such short notice. The matter I wish to discuss is of considerable import. Hey, dads. Hi, dads. If it's urgent, would it be quicker to use those link pearl things Ring's been telling me about? These are words best delivered in person. Is my catboy small and thick? No, he's more of like a twink. He's very small and twinky looking. Which, is that offensive? I hope not. I know Trap is. Did something happen to the empty? You can't be smaller or twinkier than Graha? I don't... Yeah, I would say at least, even though in twink I'm definitely a top, Graha's definitely a bottom. Not that doth warrant our immediate attention. The elements are in a state of equilibrium, and the propagation of flora continues apace. I almost said propaganda of flora. Those goddamn flowers with their propaganda. Oh, thank you for the Discord shout-out, Chopin. So, what's this about, then? As thou art aware, we are not of this world. I don't know if Guy is aware of that. Guy's like, wait, what? Hellingford is referred to as the Source. However, unlike Taleil, Banquet and I exist only as aether given corporeal form. Our bodies remain on the Source, though the thread that binds us to them doth grow weaker with the passage of time. And if you stay here too long, you might never be able to return. Yeah, Uri just drops it casually. It's like, so you know how we don't belong here, and we're going to die if we stay, and we're basically ghosts that are given corporeal form. You know all of this, right, Gaia? You know, Gaia's like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Precisely. Now, with the wheels of change and the empty set in motion, we believe this is a fitting juncture to take our leave. We shall but regret not being present to see the transformation reach its completion. Oh, so is this where 5.3 kicks in? It hardly seems worth losing your bodies over, though. If you have to go back to your own world, who are we to stop you? Dads! I always knew this day would come. Actually, that's a good question. I know Thancred's been in the first for 5 years, I think. How many of those has he spent with Reen? I probably have been told in the story at some point, but I wonder how many years they've been together. I always knew this day would come. You still have Gaia and Talael. I know that you'll see this through the end, together. But I don't wanna. I want you here, Dad. We will. I may not be half the woman Minfilia was. You're like triple. You've done so much more than Minfilia. Not Discord. YouTube hates when I shit on characters. There's always some like stands that rise up. It's like, Minfilia wasn't that bad. You shouldn't dunk on Alfino so much. It's like, yeah, I know that they're not as bad as I say they are, but it's funny to make fun of them. I may not be half the woman Minfilia was, but I have friends I can turn to. They might be brutally honest in their opinion at times. Or prefer to save their words and let their actions do the talking. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't think I've actually heard him say anything since you got here. I've heard him mouth words and people act like they know what he's saying, but... You posted an art? Ooh, I gotta see. Yo, that's so badass. Crafted for cosplay for late in the month. So you do cosplay, Thunderon? Do you make more than just like the mask? Like, how much of the cosplay do you make? That's so cool. Just promise me you won't transform into a crazy ice lady and try to kill me again. That was probably my favorite part, was her just like transforming between Shiva and the Heidelin. So I can't say what the future might bring. No doubt Reen and Gaia will need your support in the days to come. Alas, the mysteries surrounding the fairy are yet to be solved. Whether thou shouldst find thy answers and thou seekest or nay, lend not thine ears to its honeyed words, for thy will is thine own. Never forget this. Never give up, never surrender. I won't. The time for our departure is at hand. Yet know that, no matter what we may be, we shall we pray for your success. With Urianger and Thancred set to lead the first, it seems wise to share this development with Yalfort, who will continue to oversee the expeditions into the empty. Yalfort's like, excuse me, they're gone? What? You're back sooner than I expected. Is everything all right? No. Yes? Oh dear, that's rather unfortunate. I dare say it's something jolly important for them to leave in such a hurry. In any case, I wish them the best of luck, whatever their work may take them. I shall remain here and hold the fort, as it were. Hold the Yal fort? Talael, so the rumors we got knack for being in the right place at the right time are true. Yeah, there's this weird, like, glowing thing above your head. A glowing thing above my head? What do you mean? Like a blue, like, exclamation point. Like, I clicked on it and I started talking to you. You, what? Am I in a video game? Oh god! Existential dread! Nightmare! Talael, so the rumors we got knack for being in the right place at the right time are true. You see, we've just completed our preparations for another expedition into the empty. Miss Reen and Miss Gaia agree that it's high time you all went to see how things are coming along. Though I must say, Being at that beck and call night and day does test my patience on occasion. Well, fancy seeing you here. Gaia! Green! Lael! Wish you could cosplay as Ball 3. His instant weight loss would be amazing to pull off in the middle of the con, right? It's basically... okay. Chat, I need you not to roast me. I was about to be the biggest weeb ever. I'll still tell you, don't worry. But I was like, oh yeah, it's like reverse Gear 3 for Luffy. You know, he inflates himself and makes himself really big and then gets smaller. I'm sorry, chat. I'm a weeb. There's one other thing I should mention before you depart. Now that the situation in Yulmore has settled down somewhat, my associates have made some headway into investigating your past, Miss Gaia. Is that so? I thought that's what you wanted. No, actually I realized I want to remain an amnesiac. So I did, but I quite like the way things are now. Thinking around at my past might, I don't know, spoil it somehow. Besides, uncovering the truth behind the voice in my head and my strange powers is bound to be more interesting than whatever life it was I had in Yulmore. Nerd not weeb, I don't see you praising all things Japan. Softcore weeb? Like Showtime television softcore weeb? Is that me? Although I do want to point out that I appreciate you defending me, Dolph. When I was a teenager, I used to run a yearly anime convention that at the local library that I did fundraisers for by selling books. I was the president of the Magic the Gathering and D&D club. I ran an anime club at the local library. So I cosplayed as L a couple times. Back when I was skinnier and didn't have a beard. I understand. We'll find the answers together. Just like we do everything else. Did you make that necklace? I didn't even notice the necklace. Ooh. What necklace? Is she supposed to be wearing a necklace right now? Even from the ice crystal we found after the battle. I was sure it would have melted by now, but Reem seems right. Oh. I'm dumb. They said they were gonna make it a necklace. I thought she was like wearing the necklace. I was like, ooh, necklace. And yes, we had it made into a necklace. She insisted that I'd have it, even though it doesn't suit me at all. Still, I suppose it makes a nice memento, so I kept it somewhere safe. Oh, come on, Gaia. It looked lovely on you. Wait, you're not embarrassed to wear it, are you? Don't be silly, of course I'm not. In any case, I wouldn't want to lose it while we're in the empty. Unlike the coffee biscuits you brought along, I can't just go and buy another one. There's supposed to be a surprise for Lael. I got coffee biscuits? Yay! And in case you were wondering, I haven't been neglecting my training. I wouldn't want my skills to get rusty just because Thancred's not around. I'm ready for whatever lies ahead. Urianger wouldn't be so pleased to hear you've had your head in those fusty old tomes. I've even done a bit of studying myself, after all. It's up for us to take care of the empty now. Aw, she's all but taking care of it now. She went from, why are you even doing this to, let's do this together. Black Lotus, where no one followed directions to tear up a card to activate effect. That's Black Lotus? I'm assuming that's from one of the joke sets. Oh gosh, I love the joke sets. They're so funny. I'm looking forward to seeing how things have changed since our last visit. Come on, let's head over to the Derrick. I still have some coffee biscuits I made in my inventory. That's making me hungry for shit now. God damn it. Oh. I'm fucking sorry? This is a mount? Are you kidding me? You got Willy Wonka into the TV screen. Freaking Mike TV over here. What the? That's so cool. so strange suddenly seeing you at the controls. Why didn't you tell me you've been practicing? I wanted to surprise you, baka. Oh. I said that out loud as like a joke response, being like, haha, tsundere. But literally, I thought I'd surprise you, that's all. Well, consider me surprised. All this time I thought you were only good for smashing things with your hammer. Oh my god, read roasting. Bring that up again, you can walk the rest of the way. I best behave. I don't want to get stranded in the empty and miss the festival. The festival? Yeah, the summer festival, like in all the Japanese shows, where we go there dressed in like in kimonos and yakutas. I suppose this is the first time you'd have heard of it. You haven't exactly been keeping it secret, but it's still in the planning stages. You see, the return of the night sky has brought us lots of changes. And while everyone is glad, the reality is it's also been quite stressful, having to adapt to a new way of life. Seeing how hard our elders are working to keep the Crystarium running, youth like myself came up with the idea of hosting an event as a way of expressing our appreciation. She pops in 5 Dragon Ball Z minutes. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, we were watching Frieza and Goku scream at each other for 15 minutes straight. It was intense. Once we return from the empty, I'll be helping as one of the organizers. I'd be happy to help provided I'm suitably compensated. What a fucking shitty thing to say. I'd offer to help, but I think you have everything well in hand. Why can't I just offer to help to, like, be a good dude? I mean, it's around 3 episodes. True. I wouldn't be so sure about that, but I try my best to make it a success. If everything goes well, all you do is turn up and enjoy yourself. How about you, Gaia? Would you like to help with the festival? What's that? I haven't been listening. My leg is cramping a bit. Piloting this thing must have made more tense than I realized. Then let one of us take over. No, I'll be fine. Well, as long as you're sure. But if you feel like switching places, just say the word. This is the most road trip conversation ever. Like, the person driving like, oh my god, my legs hurt. Do you want me to drive? No, I'll drive. It's like when your mom's like, I have to do everything in this house, but you don't clean up instantly. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, just double check that you've liked, that you subscribed. And if you're really interested in helping the channel, we do have a Patreon, which is linked down below. Speaking of which, we have 2 Patreon members now. A list is growing. Thank you so much to Sven Fulger and Rosalia Streaming Network for supporting this YouTube. And as always, I hope you have a lovely day.